Let's see. Anyone? All right. Should be able to share like that. Cool. Sharing window. Cool. Let's see here. Do I stay there the whole time? I guess I stay there the whole time. Cool. And now, you want to go to my YouTube or you want me to drop it again?
I'm trying to send it to my, I think I just sent it to
Now, let me get my trade syncer up. YouTube. Nope. I want this one. As long as they can see, I don't care. So it should be good. I'll make sure horizon. Yes, let's go. Can you hear me properly? Can you hear me good? This is going to be a big week. Once we figure out these lives, we'll be pretty good. Oops. So put it like this. Get rid of that. All right. This should be fun. A little bit of a different view, a little bit of a different setup. Colors are all set up. I want to go through the opening bell, okay? I don't know if you want to understand a little bit about what these notifications are. They are basically, they're signals for 3 bars, okay? Basically a big breakout move. I'll explain more to you in the Discord, but basically if we see this on our play, it's like a double confirmation for us. For the opening bell, this is exactly what the play will look like for us, okay? We're looking to see the first minute close. Within the first 3 candles, it break out of the zone. If it does that, gives us a 3-bar signal like that, then we take our play. I'm risking 2 on the opening bell to try to make 10. That's all I'm trying to do. Now, it could run, and I have settings where it's going to, keep it in play, and it could run. But obviously after that, we are looking at our 945 orb, just like we normally do. And that'll give us our orb setup. So our pink lines are our orb. You're going to see a little bit of a different view on this. And you're going to see a short or a long pop up. The way I have it all set up, everything is going to look pretty decent that way. And what we're going to do is when a short pops up, we're going to wait until we get a continuation through that. not just show up. Now, it could backfire and you could get in. Just know that first play could always pull back. I'm okay with the first loss because I know the second entry that we get is most likely going to hit if that's the case. There's days where we're going to hit 2 losses in a row. It's normal. It happens. It is what it is. It's a numbers game, and it is exactly what we're aiming for. If you take the open play with me, great. If you don't, great. If you want to just watch it, I have done pretty good research on it, and a play like this, for instance, off the open, we don't take because it's 3 bars in, it doesn't break, right? Let's check here. This is another one. Look, it breaks, but we don't get our notification to come down. We don't get a continuation or a notification to come down. Here, it breaks back to the upside within 3 bars, 1, 2, 3, and we get a continuation. So this would also be a win off the open. Why is that not showing? There we go. That would also be a win off the open. And you'd almost hit full TP off that, but not quite before you, you actually might hit that. That's pretty damn close. Your ATM settings didn't work?
Didn't see.
They didn't say, are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you on ES?
Yeah.
You sure?
I wonder if maybe I did it on the other one.
What other one? Is there more than one open?
There's more than one preview.
Well,
Oh yeah, it's under MES.
is it under MES? We did it for ES.
I see it.
All right, we'll copy them over and do that fast. But basically, you're looking for 2 and 10 off the open, right?
Okay.
So that's going to be our first thing. How do you feel about that, Toro? You could watch the first play for the opens and get used to it, or you could feel free to jump in on those. Basically, the idea is to risk 2 to make 10, and as soon as you go into profit by 3, I'm going break even. As soon as you go in by 5, I'm trailing my stop. I'm just trying to take money from the open. Has to be within the first 3 bars. 1, 2, 3 has to break out. Continuation or whatever on our regular orb, same as we always do on the 5-minute now. All we got to do is basically get a continuation outside of orb, but instead of taking our plays right here where we would normally try to take it, we're going to take it where I have it set up now. Yeah, it's, see how it runs. You play them heavier. I don't play them heavier, but I'm playing all of this heavier than normal just because the way it's all set up and the probability of us winning is going to be a lot bigger, a lot greater. Now, don't get me wrong. You could lose, and you could lose 2 plays in a row, and that's your day. Now, for me, I'm risking on my main plays, I'm risking about $500 to make $1,500. Okay, that's the main orb play. Off the open, I'm risking $100 to go for, $500. That's basically what I'm looking for. Okay, meaning I'm trading 1 mini for 2 points, 1 mini, so ES for 2 points risk, and 10-point gain, right? Reward. So what I'm looking for is to try to take anything between $200 to $500, right? Like I'm trying to protect it at that point. Off the main orb play, I'm risking 500. I'm doing half my accounts. So if I lose the 500, that's my daily for the half accounts. I have one more play with the other half of the accounts. If they both fail, they both fail. It is what it is for the day. Make sense? Let's get out of replay mode. Start setting up for the open. I'm going to get rid of, what am I going to get rid of here for the open? Get rid of this for the open. Just have it all set up. Get rid of historic for the open. And we'll go from there. Right? Mish, do you have my YouTube open?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But yeah, we are looking. What is this trend line? Let's get rid of that bad boy. On our daily, this is how we're looking right now on our daily. We have now flipped this over the course of the morning to go back to green. So this looks like it's tapping the trend line and continuing to go up. So I'm expecting a bit of a bullish day. Doesn't mean it will happen, but that's what I'm looking at. I'm thinking we off the daily fib here as well, or off the daily fib. I'm thinking that we have tapped our lowest range and that we're going to push up. So I'm expecting open to kind of keep continuing the trend up. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Am I delayed, Mish?
I don't think so. Maybe it says.
Let me check on my own YouTube. Am I a little delayed? Yeah, I am a little delayed. All right, that's not bad. It's like 2 seconds. It won't matter. It won't matter for the open as much, but you got to understand that you're blocking and marking off the top and bottom of the first 1 minute candle. You need within 3 candles to pop outside of the orb on the 1 minute orb, and then you're looking for a continuation from there. Okay, so if I'm a little delayed, you still see it on your end. I might have to fix the camera and put the camera right in front of me. Future lives, this might be better. I don't know what's better. Maybe that's better. Maybe I'll figure out some sort of background too. But picture is pretty clean. Everything is a lot cleaner, I find, than the other platforms. There's 9:30. This is not financial advice, educational purposes only. This is not financial advice. This is educational purposes only. If you take a play, it's because you want to learn how to play in the markets and mark up your charts like I do. Winning bell. Trees in here. This thing is pissing me off. All right. Not flowing. Enable. This has to break out of the zone for us to take it anyways. So we want to see it pop out of the zone first regardless. There we have our orb made. What we're looking for is this bad boy to break out the zone and continue going. So we got our 3 bar to go up, but I want to see it break the zone. I want to see it continue, guy. This is a good 3-bar. We could have potentially taken that, but that's outside the rules. I don't want to take that. And this is what we practice, and this is why, we want to stick to the exact strategy that we have, right? When you back test and you stick to your rules of your actual, learning of all the charts and everything that you're marking up, you're going to be way better off. We got 6 seconds. We need a continuation. If it continues, I'm taking this up. I need a little tap maybe, and then a flip up, and I'm taking it up. If it flips back up, I'm taking it. And if it comes right back in the zone, stays in there, I'm out. And there's no play. That's just what it is. If it flips before this time is up, or 3 bars again up, then I'm taking it. If it stays in the zone, I'm not touching it. Hopefully that makes sense. If this can 3-bar up again, great. If not, if this comes down, we're not touching it. And this is looking pretty good for a 3-bar up. Let's see a continuation up. Yo, yo, yo. Good morning, good morning. Let's see it pop up here. This play for me is not moving fast enough. 934. This is still valid, but I don't like it at the moment. But this pushes up here, I might take it. If this can flip fast, then it's still valid to me because it's out of the zone, but it's not really moving fast enough for my liking. Okay, I'm in. I'm in this play. I'm taking this right here. It's still in drawdown for me. And I'm looking to push it now. Again, not financial advice for those just joining. Take plays at your own risk. I'm just here to show you how to mark out your charts, show you, what it's like to take a play. Guys, I'm already break even. I'm already break even on this play, and I'm looking for 10 points off this. This can keep going. If this starts to turn around too fast, I'm just going to click out of it and take whatever I can get. Right now, I am trailing my stop right underneath this candle. And we're looking pretty good. If anybody took this, let me know in the chat. But this is pretty good, right? This is how you learn how to take set plays. And, away you go, right? I'm about to hit TP if this can get another surge up. Nope, I'm out of the trade. Out of the trade. I am out of the trade. It could still hit TP, but I followed my trail close, and I am out of the trade. One and done on those accounts. Now it's time to switch. Nice one and done. You guys see how easy that could be? And if you're still in this, you're hitting your TP for sure, 100%. I would have hit TP, but I'm not taking the chance on giving any of that money back. For me, I'm not taking a chance on giving any of that money back. We waited long enough, and your TP is a 10 right there. That's your TP. So let's see. Anybody still in this? Did anybody get in this? You guys tell me if you got in it. Nice. Did you take anything from it? Obviously, moved pretty good, pretty clean. Nice Monday morning. Live with the team. Missed it. That's perfectly fine. And we're going to run these plays. We're going to look for them every day. They're not going to present maybe something like 10 times per month, but the win and success rate of these plays are like, I don't want to be too high on it, but it's 80 plus percentage on how much these plays actually win, because we're literally slowing everything down. We're waiting for the exact moment that we want before we get in, right? So this play didn't hit my TP, but I was able to walk away with, close to $300 across, across 7 accounts. $300 across 7 accounts. I'll drop my screenshot in the in the chat here. And not bad. It's not a bad morning, right? Like, obviously, can I not drop that in the chat? Maybe I'll just drop it here then. Wow. Can't see that at all. Jeez. All right, guys. So now we're clearly waiting for our 5-minute play to play out. If anybody took that, that's a full TP. That's huge. You can't see this at all, which is crazy. I can't drop it in the chat, which is even crazier. I guess I'll just have to drop it in the I guess I'll just have to drop it in the Discord. Let's drop this original orb. We don't need that no more. If anybody else missed that play, we could also go over all the plays in the Discord after if you wanted. You could also check out the trade recaps, right? So what I'm waiting for now is clearly our clear setup. So I'm switching accounts. One and done. Nice one and done for the day. We're already one up. We're already 10 points in profit. I didn't end up 10 points in profit, but did pretty good. Does everybody see how that play can really work out? Like, do you see how simple it could really be? Taking your time, marking out the chart, understanding is not a high pressure play. It may seem like it, but really we had all the time in the world to double check, rethink our positions, understand where we're at. Everybody that's in the chat right now, like the live for me, will you? Let's try to grow these things every day, because look, at the end of the day, I want to give people some of the knowledge that I have, try to streamline it to them, give them less issues along their journey than I had. Everybody tap that like button for me. Not too shabby at all. Let me drop that in the chat, in the Discord. If you're new and you're not in the Discord, drop a comment, say what's up. If everybody's in here, my Wi-Fi isn't working, gotta hop off. Yeah, that's all good, man. Come and go as you please. Come and go as you please. All I'm looking to do is, basically set ourselves up. But I told you guys from the beginning, my bias is bullish for the day, right? So with the bullish bias that we have, I'm looking for, clear draws on liquidity to be set. That doesn't mean that it can't come back down in between and give us whatever. I'm just saying the overall bullish for the morning, especially the morning play. We could see exactly what happened, right? We took that off of our key level. Obviously we mark our fibs a little differently than most, but we took it off of our key level. We pushed up. We had our overall bias on the daily chart of, bullish because, first of all, we're tapping off a key daily level. Second of all, we had this candle form overnight and then wick right out, start to go green and bullish on us. So I'm expecting this to create maybe a new higher high, but we'll see. We'll see how the day ends out. I don't think this candle itself will do it, but I think it'll stay and hover around, here maybe. It could also just start to fall down and create a new lower low. So we have to keep an eye on the bullish. I never get married to my bias. The day you get married to, or the second you get married to your bias, is when you start looking for things that aren't there. We're keeping this as simple as possible. We're working our strategy as simple as possible. Our strategy is the orb opening breakout strategy, mixed with session levels, mixed with key levels, things like that. If that makes sense, let me know your thoughts in the chat. If you guys are feeling good, let's see, what was my other leader? I gotta get my other leaders in check. You all good over there, Mish? You need help or you're okay? With the orb, I will be able to put my position on the screen a little bit. You guys will see as it pops up. But let's see, number one fan, my guy Toro. 1 out of 2 fans. I like it. One out of 2 fans. There we go. Look, we have orb formed, guys. So we're waiting for a 5-minute to close outside. I showed some of you earlier, but you're gonna see something a little different on these lives now. You're gonna see a big ass signal that says long or short. We're not just hopping in off the first sight of it. What we're doing is we're still waiting for our same confirmation, but our long and short are going to be exactly where our position is, where we want to get in. We could lose the first play. Understand this. We could lose the first play, but understand it, right? Because we went one and done on our other accounts, and we're looking pretty good. I'm going to scale down on my bigger play today. I want to see what happens, but I want to see. This is basically what I want to see, right? This is what I would prefer to see. This, right? There we go. This is what I would prefer to see. Something like this, where we can get to PDH. But the way it's set up now through Orb, some days it runs, right? Some days it's just going to want to come back and figure it out first. Let's see how it works out. Let's see how we feel about it. We got a few minutes before it all sets up. If anybody has any questions, let me know. You still live over there? Ooh. I got ads in there too, huh? I gotta figure out those ads. I don't know if I can turn that off or what. We got a long position forming here already. We got a long position forming here already. We need a continuation. We're not just going to hop in off this. And the long isn't just going to stay where it's at. See what I mean? It's basically setting us up for exactly where we want our position to be outside of orb. It can't get any more simple than this. The thing is we have to know the right risk parameters. We have to know all this stuff. The fact that this is rejecting right now, to me, could continue down for a little bit, give another pullback of some sort before we actually head out of the orb. The fact that it's rejected and coming back in is, is telling to me. And there's ways of playing this. The more, advanced you get in this, you can actually make more money. We'll start off like this, but, again, I'm showing you guys these plays, giving you my education on it. You guys can take what you want out of it and then start to build your own strategy, right? The whole idea is that you're learning how to chart up. You're learning how to mark out your charts. You're learning what it looks like to get in a play, what it looks like to hold a play, move your stop losses. And the more you start to get that under your way, the more, the more in the long run, you're going to be confident on your own as well. And maybe you're confident on your own and you're like me, who just likes to trade with other people anyways. Because me personally, I do these lives because I want people to join in, because I enjoy trading with other people and, the feedback and all that stuff. And if I'm not doing these lives, I'm joining someone else's live because I enjoy that. How's everybody doing this morning? Anybody take that first play? This is what I want to see happen. I would prefer it to pull back before we jump in. Good trade it open. Yeah, it was pretty good. Really good, really. Picture perfect, right? How you draw it up. This is what I would prefer to happen. Let's see. I want to make sure these are all enabled. Cool. My leader is 765. Cool. I'd prefer to pull back first, guys, but if it continues up, I am going to take it. Let's see. All right, I'm in this. And I left the same open thing by accident. So I have a 2 stop loss. And my position is 79. So this is me right here, guys. I'm in this. This is me right here. I'm actually, I took the same open strategy. So I'm trailing right behind it by accident because of the open strategy that I'm in. Might actually get rid of that, put it break even. Actually, no, I'm not going break even yet. I don't know if you're already moved break even, but if this pops up, I'll go break even on the 1 minute here. The 5 minutes still running. I have to figure this out because I just messed up the open ATM settings. Cool. Want this to flip and continue up on the 1 minute, but I don't mind it lagging a little bit because it has to. But I would prefer this next 1 minute candle to pull up instead of down. There's only 4. That's 5. Okay, cool. I'm back to normal. Now I gotta figure out my 15. All right, I want to see this 1 minute flip. Just continue on. And at this point, I actually might scale into it. If it pulls down to my entry and then pops up, I might scale into this and put another mini in. I'm only in 1 mini at the moment. I want to see what happens here in the next, minute and a half on the 5 minute time frame. What I don't want to see necessarily is this cross back into orb. I do believe we're coming for this PDH. That's what I do believe. I would rather this pull down a little bit, but that's fine, perfectly fine by me. On the 1 minute, it's pulling out again. Drop a 1 if you guys took this. If you guys are looking at this position on your charts. Yeah, I'm up pretty decent at the moment. I'm looking for this to continue up here. Yeah, perfectly fine. NQ and ES are the same game, right? So I'm trading ES because it's a little bit more stable for what I'm doing. I'm looking for a set thing every day, but this is pretty decent. I just want to see this flip continue up on my end. We got 24 seconds. I don't mind that pullback wick so much, but I want it to continue up from there, not pull down on this next 15 seconds. We'll see another surge up. Yep, I want to see this pull up from here. Give us a nice push, continuation. Pullback is very possible here, but we trust in the play. Let's see what happens. We let it ride. Now, just want to show you guys here on the 1 minute. For my 1 minute now, I can pass this. I'm going to go break even. If I get tapped out, I get tapped out and it pulls back out, I will re-enter. I'm not really worried about that. It is what it is. The play is still going to be the play at that point. I have no issues re-entering, right? So this is the thing. A lot of people are afraid to re-enter positions. The only thing is you got to obviously risk what you can risk. And if it makes sense to re-enter, great. But we do want to see this turn around, right? Because where we're at here, this is, going to be close to tapping me out off this if it continues to tap orb. I don't want it to quite make it there. Just based on where I ended up getting in, I don't want this to come all the way down. The 5-point stop. I want this to stay inside that candle. But if it taps me, guys. It is what it is. Like I said, that first play is what it is what it is, right? Sometimes it happens. First play off the orb, sometimes we'll pull back, and there's nothing you can really do about it because it could run without you and hit your TP, and it will do that a lot of the time. So you have to still, be comfortable with the jump at it, or you could wait, see if it taps, go from there. But you might miss a good percentage of the plays doing that as well. And we got 2 minutes left on this 5-minute candle. I'm not loving the way this is pushing down at the moment. Looking like it wants to tap me. It's tapping orb right now, and I'm still a bit safe, but I'm like right there. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out of that trade. I got tapped out. Now I need to see a push out of the zone and a continuation for me to get in that. But let's see, because if we get a 3-bar moving down as well, I'll possibly take this play down. If you guys are still in this, just be aware that if the next candle doesn't flip, that's a pretty big stop for you. And I'm not watching NQ, so I don't know what's happening over there exactly, but I do know this is fairly normal for this to happen for us. The only thing I was thinking is because the way it ripped, it could keep going, but generally speaking, it's going to want to do some sort of a pullback, right? And if this is the pullback, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how this reacts here. So far, I'm basically 1-1. I want to see in the next 30 seconds what's going to happen to determine where we're going to go, right? I'm going to put this up here just so it's accessible. Couple options here, right? Continue down, 3-bar down type of thing, or we start to move our way back up and do exactly what we were supposed to do, but we need to see a continuation up. We can't just see a push out of the zone. Anybody still in this? Let me know in the chat if you're still in the original. Thing is if I got a clear entry, no matter what, I was still getting tapped out on my 5. Tapped, yeah. Me too. Me too. Part of the game. All a part of the game. Where is the world charts? Shoes. Let's see. Does that work for me? Yeah, that'll work. I'm just hanging out waiting for this thing to work out, Let's see. There we go. Actually, I don't need it like that. I just need this. Cool. This and this. Cool. This is popping out now, guys. I want to see a continuation. I don't want to just jump at this because whatever. The only thing is we might not get full target, but we still want to make sure we're safe. I don't, even if this rips, it is what it is, because I don't want to touch something that could come back again on us. I want to make sure that we're safe. It doesn't do me any good to jump in early and then this thing back right out again, and we lose 2 plays in a row for not being safe. I need a continuation candle, and then I'll feel good about it, right? So the next candle, if that next candle starts to go up, I'll feel a lot better about this play than, you know. Let's see what happens here. We'd like to see this continue right up, right? The way it looks. $50, a whole another minute. I don't want this to get too far on us, but I do want that continuation. I don't want to get that too far away, but I do want that continuation. So if we can get that continuation, then I'm going to take this. Again, we could lose, so don't like double up or nothing like that, because this play could lose. Just because this is the play doesn't mean it can't lose 2 in a row. I want to see it flip and go. If it flips and goes, I'm happy. Push up. Okay, guys, I'm in this. I'm in this again. And let's see what happens. See, my exact position is 87, 25. That's my exact position. And I want to see this thing run. I want to see this thing just run. Right to previous day high. We can hit previous day high. We'll start to look at maybe protecting it. It's all right. Secured the bag on wealth charts. And we're looking pretty decent. I want this thing to continue. Obviously, that's obvious. On the 1 minute chart, looks like it still wants to push. It's going to take a bit for this to get up there. I know it, but once we start to get to previous day high, we're going to have to start understanding we have to protect it a little bit, right? So that's going to be about 750. I think my settings will put me at break even at that point anyways. But this right here will get my accounts looking good if we can hit it. So if we can hit this, I'll feel pretty good about it. And if you're down for the day and you want to protect it already, protect it already. You understand it could tap off that previous day high and bounce back. I'm looking for it to cross right over that. I'm looking for it to cross right over that previous day high and possibly hit this high here. But let's see what happens, because it could just pop like it's doing. I still think that, you know, we're going to take previous day high, but you never, this is the thing, you never know, right? Because sometimes the market just doesn't hit your area by like 3-4 ticks and then it runs the other way. So always understand that if you're feeling good where you're at, always feel good to take partials, whatever you got to do, right? I want to see another pop up here. On the 1 minute time frame, I want to see this thing flip and keep popping up. On my chart is the 5 minute on my actual trading platform is a 1 minute, right? So I can watch the 1 minute candles as they go. And I want to see this thing 3 bar up now. I want to see it continue up and take our previous day high. Then move my stop to break even. But let's see. To see some volume jump in the market anytime now and just give us that extra push we need. What do we got for 1010? Cool. Oh, that's an ugly little pull down. And I'm not protected yet, but I still think this should flip and go up to our area. Doesn't mean it will, but again, this is what I think for sure. I think we're taking previous day high regardless. It might tap off that and come down though, so let's be aware. Be aware. I'll zoom out from my screen so it's a little easier to see on the 5. We want to see this thing flip and start to move up here in this next 12 seconds. I don't want this to hang on too long here. I want this to flip and start moving its way up now. Take previous day high for us. Takes previous day high. I'm going to move to break even no matter what happens. We are close, close, close. And I'm break even, guys, just so you know. And I'm still looking for my 15 here. Still looking for my 15. I want to see this thing pop up. Once I get to 13, I'm going to trail if I make it that far. I got to be aware of what's happening here because I want to see this thing continue. If it starts to make its way down from this line, I might end up calling it and taking profit. But I want to see this continue up past this line. Nice wick and flip on the 1 minute. Push the 5 minute over. Previous day high would be nice. I got a lot of shit on my screen right now. I don't know if it's hard to see a little bit, but I want to see this thing pop up above and keep running a little bit. Visibility. How does this work? There we go. I'm gonna do this a little less in your face. Now I want to see this pop up above and keep running for RTP, right? Looking pretty good. We're getting close to where I'm going to start trailing my stop. So I want this to get a few more points. But I got to be aware of this now. Got to be very aware of what's happening right here because of the previous day high. I want to see this on the 1 minute, and I'll show you guys here. I want to see this on the 1 minute stay above this line, right? If it can stay above that line, I'll be pretty happy. If it doesn't, I'm taking my profit at that point, right? I'm willing to risk a little bit on that just to stay above. But if it pops up to 13 points out of my 15, I'm moving my stop up 2 points behind the play and just running it up 2 points every time it goes another point. That's all automatic for me. If you guys want to know more about that, hit the link in my bio. Message me directly. I'm pretty sure all of you guys on here are in my Discord, but those of you that come across this video that aren't, you can definitely find the link in my link tree and hit me up. I give out the sauce daily. So far we're pretty close to TP, guys. I'm not taking profit at 15. What I'm doing at 13 is I'm trailing behind it. I'm risking a little bit of money to hopefully have runners run. I need this thing to keep pushing up here, though, not down. I mean, it sounds obvious, but I need this thing to. It must be real close to my 13, which is crazy. Look at this. If it didn't hit my 13, I'll be surprised. Maybe I don't have my settings right. No, I don't have my settings right. Son of a. That's all right. I would have been tapped out right there anyways. Let's see a wick and flip now. I want this bar to stay within that bar. There you go. Stay within this bar. Next bar, 3 up, hit our 15. Come on, 3 bar up. Give us a 3 bar. Trend, range, trend. Let's see it. Guys, I'm calling it here. I'm calling it here if it passes that PDH. I need this to flip right here and continue up. That's all I need. I don't want it to go any further than that, or I will be calling it myself. My stop is basically right under this candle. I'm not taking any chances on it. So my stop right now is at 94.50. I don't want to give too much back considering the first play was a not a successful trade. If this continues up from here, perfect. Here we go. Nice push out. Continuation. Let this bad boy run. get some volume, perhaps some volume on our side, and push right out of this. Is anybody still in this? Drop a 2 in the chat if you guys are in this. NQ or ES, doesn't matter to me. There you go. Profit is good. Anytime you can take profit. You guys up on the day, or how's the charts looking for you? Any questions about what we did, just let me know for sure. I won't give out too much sauce on here, but I am definitely willing to answer any questions. Everything we're doing here is really straightforward. Like this is easy on days where it really works, right? On days where it doesn't work, we got to put in a little bit more analysis. But it's pretty straightforward, the strategy that we're working with. Yeah, perfect. Though green day is green day, right? Now the key is, right, like, so now when the trades work right off the bat, you know, these are the days where you go, because we're going 1 to 3, right? When they work, you get your 3 back, right? When you guys hear me say like I'm out, I will be like, yo, I'm out of this trade. But look at this. This is a 3 bar. I will say I'm out of this trade. I won't say I'm out at this point. I will say I'm out of the trade. I'm out of the trade if I'm out. Okay. So keep that in mind for the future. Hopefully I didn't spook anybody to get out of their quote unquote demo accounts. I'm trailing this pretty tightly now. Trailing this pretty tightly now. Giving some of you guys FOMO maybe because it's running up. I can tell you guys, hitting the gym in the morning makes me starving. Starving. The more you guys take these plays and get comfortable with it, the more you're going to be able to stay in the play. And I'm out. I'm officially out. The more you guys are going to stay, you need to start hitting the gym myself. Yeah. Let me know, bro. You could always come work out with me. I'm probably pretty far for you, but yeah, man, mornings just feel so good with the gym. Why can't I post this in the chat? I can't post a screenshot in the chat. It's crazy. How does this work? Nah. How do I get out of that? Oh, close. It's all right. I guess I can't put a screenshot of the chat. But not a bad day. We hit our TP, guys. We hit our TP. So let's just quickly break this down, right? So what do we look at? First of all, we had open. Those of you that missed it, get it. You missed it. It is what it is. Don't get FOMO. Don't rush back into it. So we slap open. First of all, we waited for our play. We calm down. Let the 3 candles play out. Once the third candle plays out in our favor, we then wait for a proper entry. Simple, calm. The next thing we do is we wait for our orb break. And when the orb breaks, we jumped in at the right moment. We didn't just jump in. Like, let's take a look at where we jumped in. We waited for this to actually hit our area. I maybe waited a little longer because I want to see confirmation. It came back and tapped me out because I'm not willing to risk too much money. Perfectly fine by me once it breaks back into orb. That's valid to get out of the play. Okay. The fact that it broke out again, if you notice, I didn't jump at the play here, and I could have. We could have jumped at the play here, and we could have hit, even more than 15. We could have hit almost 25, 30 almost. But the thing is, is the probability in all the testing that I've done, it could easily turn around at that point. We need a continuation to stick to my trading plan of what I want to see what we want to see. We were able to hit our 1 to 3. Our RR is on point, a nice 1 to 3, and we can hit that 2 times a week. Then we're a green week no matter what happens those other 3 days. Think about that. Let that sink in. Here's where you guys need to kind of work on your psyche a little bit is you can't be afraid to let the trade play out just because the first one lost. You can secure profit. You can do all this stuff. I'm totally with it all. I'm not saying do exactly as I do. What I'm saying is this. If I lose my first play and I win my second play, it's a 1 to 3 win, right? The first play is, or the second play is already a 1 to 2 on that first loss, right? Every 3 losses is canceled out by 1 win if you're a 1 to 3. You don't need to win every play. You really don't. You need to win 2 out of 5, which is high probability for us. So all you got to do is just endure a couple losses in a row maybe. You got to understand, okay, I'm risking, in my scenario, I'm risking 250 or 500. It doesn't matter. So if I go down 500, next play I go down 500. That's 1,000. The third play I win, I'm up $500. Right? Fourth play I win, I'm up 2,000. Next one I lose, I'm down 500. The chances of us losing so many in a row are very slim. If you have 2 different accounts or 2 sets of accounts like I do, break them in half. Allow your mental stress to relax a little bit, because what I do is I trade half of my accounts and half of my accounts. 1 and done, perfect. A loss and a loss, done, perfect. A loss and a win, done, perfect. A win and a win, done. A win and a loss, done. You get the drift? We're taking 2 trades off of this orb. That's it. Make sense? If you're willing to risk this much money to make this much money, all you need is a certain percentage of your plays to play out for you to actually win. We're risking a 1 to 3. We got this. Any questions from you guys before I let you go? Any questions before we hop off? Any questions in the chat? Anything? Any W's in the chat? Anybody green? Drop a W. Anybody have a question? Drop that. And let's keep this ball rolling. Let's start a new YouTube tally instead. I'll keep the Discord tally of our several weeks in a row running, but let's start a new YouTube, being the first day live on YouTube. Let's start a new tally of green days. So far, we are 1. We hit a 2 to 1 off the open and orb. We are up and living pretty. I'll see you guys tomorrow, same exact time. All right. Any questions from the people that are in my chat? Just hit it in the Discord.